We're going to begin today's class in Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So soles of the feet come together, knees are out wide. If your knees are quite high, you might want to use something to support under the knees, just to allow them to release into something. Otherwise, just bringing the hands around the soles of the feet. And visualize pulling the feet apart, opening the feet. And just lifting up through the spine, so draw the shoulders back. And just begin to connect the sit bones and the feet to the earth. Already starting to open through the hips. Closing down the eyes and just connect to your breath here. If you're quite open in your hips, you might feel called to start to walk your hands forwards. Coming into a bit of a fold, coming to your forearms. Wherever you are, just taking 5 more deep breaths here to settle into the practice today. And just asking yourself the question of why you're here on your mat. Maybe it's something you want to let go of, to release physically, emotionally. Or maybe something you're trying to invite more of, to embody. Inhale to come back up if you're low. And as you exhale, just bring your knees together, pressing the knees in. Let's take the hands behind the back, feet come hip distance apart. And just start to window wiper the knees, one into center at a time. The next time that the knees come to one side, just hold here. Keep the heart lifted. Keep both sit bones drawing towards the ground. Breathe into the space. Anywhere you feel the tension, send your inhales here. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, take it to the other side. Staying lifted through the chest. Inhale to bring the legs back to center and extend the legs long now, coming into a forward fold. So if your legs are particularly tight in the hamstrings, you might want to use a blanket under here just for some support for the knees. And this means we're taking some of this tension out of the hamstrings and allowing some more opening through the spine. So this whole chain is connected. So if we take some of the tension away from the backs of the legs, it's going to free up some more space for us to come forwards. So just experiment with having the legs fully extended and maybe keeping a slight bend. With your inhale, reach the arms to the sky, find length, create space in the body. As you exhale, bring the heart forward, hinging from your hips. So a hinging movement. Come forwards. And if your shoulders are really rounding, draw them back, lift the chest halfway. And just focus on coming forwards with the heart rather than straight down. If your feet are accessible to the hands, maybe take hands around the feet. And with your bind, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold and soften into it. We're staying here for 5 deep breaths. 4, relax your head, your shoulders. 3, keep flexing your toes. 2, for 1, exhale. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, release the hands, come all the way back up. Bring your feet into a bend with the knees, coming to a reverse tabletop. Hands come behind you, behind the hips, fingers face towards your hips. As you inhale, just press the hips to the sky, pressing into your heels, lift the gaze to the sky. If it feels okay in the neck, maybe you drop the head back to release through the front of the neck. Breathe in. Exhale, chin to chest, slowly roll down. Give the knees a hug, take some sways side to side. Let's come over onto our hands and knees, moving into the spine. Hands underneath our shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhale as you arch the spine to lift the gaze. Exhale, press into the palms, chin to chest. Inhale as you arch. Exhale to round, navel in. Moving with your own breath, keep a softness in the elbows. If you feel called to take any other movement, anywhere that feels quite stuck, you might want to just stay with the breath and release that tension off. Thinking about any shapes you can create. Let's take the right leg out long to the side, pressing into the outside edge of the foot. Take an inhale in center. As you exhale, bring your hips back towards the left heel. Maybe the left toes tuck under if you want to stretch into the sole of the foot. Slide your hands away from the body. Let the forehead come to the earth or a block. Relax down here. If it feels good with the arms extended, you can stay. Or maybe you invite a twist, bringing the left arm underneath the right arm, coming to the left side of the face. And maybe even taking that right hand behind the back towards the left side of the waist, drawing the right shoulder open. Breathe together for 3, 2, inhale for 1, exhale, release your right hand to the floor, press yourself up slowly, bring both hands under the shoulders, come back to your tabletop, step the right knee back in, left leg extends this time, pressing into the outside edge of the foot, inhale in center, exhale to shift back, maybe tucking the right toes under, slide the hands away, come to the forehead, release the shoulders and elbows, maybe staying here for a few breaths and then transitioning to your twist. Let the hips release down towards the heel and the earth, finding your twist. Opening into the chest if you're taking a bind behind the back. Allow the right shoulder to soften down into the support. Inhale, lift the left arm back up. Exhale, release, pressing up. Stepping the left knee back in. Lowering all the way down onto the tummy with control. Untuck the toes. Coming to our Sphinx position, pressing the pelvis down into the floor. Elbows come under the shoulders. Lifting the heart. Spread your fingers and imagine drawing the floor in towards your body. So you're starting to draw the palms in energetically. Pressing through the tops of the feet. Gaze is forwards. Shoulders draw back. Drawing the kneecaps up, engage the quad muscles slightly. Staying really active in this posture for 4, 3, 2, inhale for 1. Exhale, release the head towards the floor. Make little tents with the fingers coming to the fingertips. As you inhale, elbows stay up to the sky. Lift the heart. Exhale, lower it down. Chin comes away from the chest. Inhale, chin to chest, we rise. Exhale, lower. Keep pressing your hips to the floor. Glutes engaged as you lift up. exhale down. Two. Last time, inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Extend the right arm long, rolling onto the right side of the body. Stacking the legs. Left hand comes behind the back. Drop the right ear or the temple to the floor. And maybe you bend into the left knee, bringing the sole of the foot or the ball of the foot to the floor. Opening into the front body and the right shoulder here. Make any adjustments and then find some stillness and breathe. Two. For one. Come back through center, take your time. Right hand comes under the shoulder, left arm extends long, rolling onto the side. Taking that right foot behind the back, maybe the right hand. Relax your head. Steady breath. For two. Inhale for one. Exhale, take the right hand back to the floor, roll back to your tummy. And press both hands under the shoulders, come up, crossing the legs under, come to a seated position. Extending the legs out wide, maybe turning to the long edge of the mat. Flexing the feet in towards your body. And just focusing on grounding down through the sit bones first. And maybe start to bring some expression from side to side. So without the need to come forwards yet. Just exploring your range of movement in this position. Already probably starting to feel the inner thighs. You can even take a massage with the hands down the insides of the legs, underneath the knees, just to release anything. Keep lengthening through the spine. And I like to bring my hands behind the back, fingers facing behind me, and just open the chest here first. Breathe some space in and out. Inhale, come forwards. Hands can stay resting on the shins, or maybe taking peace fingers around the big toes if you're familiar with a wide leg fold. Use your inhale to lift up, lengthen, and as you exhale, start to fold the heart forwards and down. So this is a hinging movement from our hips, so less about rounding into the back to come down. So if you're quite tight here, you might just stay upright. Focus on the breath. Otherwise, just slowly using your exhales to guide down. Maybe you take the forearms to the floor. And just be patient with where you are. There's no rush. You can even invite some movement side to side, finding some side bends, taking one hand to the foot at a time. Two more breaths. And slowly start to lift the chest up if you were down. Feeling the after effects of the pose. Bring one foot in at a time. And just come back to those window wipers with the knees side to side. From here, let's come into a child's pose at the back of the mat. Knees can come wide, toes together, forehead to the earth. And just take these last few moments to maybe sway out side to side on the hips or the forehead. Connecting back to your mat, and letting the heart surrender to the earth. And just taking one thing away with you off of your mat, something you're grateful for. This can be for your body, for something internally, externally, maybe a feeling. And slowly start to walk your hands in, coming up to a kneeling position. Bringing the hands together at the heart space in connection of the mind and the body. Taking one last breath in together. Exhale, sigh through the mouth. Humbly bow your head to your beautiful heart, honoring yourself, this practice, and saying thank you for showing up. Sending you love from my heart to yours. Remember to smile and remember to breathe. Thank you.